Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. We've got some news today. A little bit late getting this video out again today. 2 days in a row I've been a bit late. I've been trying a whole bunch of Hydra stuff today, and basically none of it has worked quite as I hoped it would. So it's been a frustrating day. A brain is not quite working at 100% capacity, it seems. Oh well. And also sort of half expecting a fusion announcement today, but we haven't had it yet. So maybe we hear it tomorrow, maybe not till Monday, but I really strongly expect the fusion to begin in approximately 1 week from now. So yeah, we'll see when we hear about it. It's kind of weird that we haven't heard yet, I would think, seeing as they kind of already teased the champions, right? The champion avatars, whichever one it's going to be, are up for grabs in this cursed masquerade path. This is how I've done, by the way, in the path so far. I have grabbed all of the event points for the Titan event, and I did grab the skin and building up some more points here as well. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Probably do this row. Maybe get the avatars because they're unique. I think the mythical tomes are going to be just too expensive. Oh, I've got some of this. Let's grab that as well. Right, what I want to do today, we've got some big news. Where is it? It's here somewhere. For 2x Voids this weekend, which is bizarre. But we've got a champion chase tournament coming tomorrow, and this is going to be giving Halloween Titan event points. So if you want to be getting that Sun Wukong Soul or going beyond that or whatever, it's likely you're going to need to pull shards. So this is double void shards, which is from tomorrow until the very start of Monday. So typical weekend stuff. What is weird about this is I believe the last 2x event we had was ancient shards. So we were due to have 2x sacred shards this weekend. We've got 2x voids instead, which is strange. Usually it goes sacreds, voids, ancients, sacreds, voids, ancients. So the fact we're having voids now, like in theory, we could go straight to ancients, 2x ancients for Halloween fusion. Maybe they just go straight up to sacreds again. Maybe they just have postponed sacred shards so they can get 2x sacreds as being part of the Halloween fusion. I do think that is the hardest type of summon event to have in the fusion, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of this. This is a surprise, but anyway, 2x voids, and it's going to be a 10x for SIPHI as well. That does end early on Sunday, so if you want to summon without the 10x SIPHI, you can summon on Sunday. Now, this is an amazing event, really, for a lot of people, right? 2x voids is when you're going to be pulling your void charts, usually, for most people. And, like, SIPHI, she's absolutely top tier, so having a 10x for her, overlapping a 2x event, is fantastic. In my opinion, she is the best reviver in the game. This champion is absolutely top tier for Arena. She is fantastic for Hydra as well. She's a great champ because for Hydra specifically, puts out a lot of healing and then can remove fears, which is really nice. Yeah, for Arena, she's got insane base stats. Super tanky. She's extremely fast. And one of the only champs in the game that's actually good for providing increased defense in Arena. And she brings that with increased speed and a tiny bit of a turn meter boost. So she can actually work as a great speed booster that ups the damage of your defense-based damage dealers. Like, if you want to boost up a good defensive-based damage dealer, like a Ragash or a Staltis, a Hrima, any of those champs, who do you use to give increased defense? SIPHI is by far number one. You've got kind of lower tier options, I guess, like Mithrala or like Goffred or something, right? After SIPHI, it really falls off very hard, which is kind of silly, but hey, it is what it is. I've got SIPHI, and she's absolutely amazing. She is one of my favorite champs because she's just so gosh darn strong. So yeah, if you get a SIPHI, you're going to be happy. I am going to pull shards tomorrow for this event. Mostly, I will say, because I do need to get, or I do want to get, you don't need anything, but I do want to get these Titan points. So I'm going to pull some shards. For me, I've got a whole lot stockpiled up to 149. So I've built up a good chunk since the last, I think it was 2x Voids was the last time I pulled. We went down to 120. Now I've got an extra 29 since then. So that's kind of cool. So, right, without buying any shards, about 29 Void shards since the last, which I think does line up, seeing as we're sort of 2x sooner. I think my average would be about 35 Void shards for free between each 2x Void event. So that's every 6 weeks. That's endgame maximum sort of free Void shards, about 35 or so. To put it in context, I think we've got the biggest Kraken in the game at the moment. It's in our clan right now. I think he has over 1,000, right? So that's the difference. You get about 30 void shards for free, or get 1,000 if you buy them. So quite a big difference between the free to play and the Kraken. I thought that was quite funny. But we'll see how many you need to do this. Yeah, it could be kind of rough for me. I am trying, obviously, to stay above 120 void shards. The highest they've ever done a guaranteed void legendary is 110, but I'm sort of going, oh, I'll aim for 120 in case they increase it. If they increased it by more than that, I'd probably be within a reasonable purchasing range that I'd be willing to do. That's sort of my theory there, but it depends on where you are. I think for the typical player who's sitting here with maybe 10 void shards, maybe 20 or something, if you're lucky, right? And you're going, is it a good time to pull in 2x voids with a 10x SIPHI? Especially if you don't have SIPHI, the answer is absolutely yes. You could probably use 2 SIPHIs in Tag Arena, maybe Hydra. Obviously, she's an amazing champion to eventually empower. I'd probably keep her just, for the Faction Guardians for this, and I probably would build up and consider using a second one as well. You could build 2 very different styles. So you could build, for example, a really fast SIPHI that's kind of squishy, and then you could build a really tanky SIPHI that's not as fast, and you could adjust. But she's my go-to pick first in live arena. I'm gonna do. By the way, I've sort of stalled out in live arena here in gold, because I just reached gold. I do want to do a video on that soon, so that's something I'm thinking of doing. The other thing I want to do in this video, seeing as I was kind of expecting to do it with the fusion, but for Spider Turn Attack, by the way, in case anyone, I'll just show this fast. I've actually finished the points here. If you're curious, what I was doing for Spider Turn Attack was simply, and I'm going to show you then the next event, which is Dragon. So Spider Turn Attack, I was just using simply a Lydia and 4 Cold Hearts. Pretty decent team. I'd much prefer a Ghostborn. This team has like a 97% success rate. It fails if Lydia does not place decreased defense on the Spider. So this will succeed. But there's always a 3% chance that she misses. So that's what happens. Oh, interesting. I could actually speed this up. I changed the speed of my Lydia since running this team. So my Cold Heart used to be faster than Lydia. Now my Lydia is much faster. So I was trying some Hydra stuff today. So I could actually change that. But yeah, just Lydia debuffs, and then you've got 4 Heart Seekers, and bam, the boss dies. You could see that 3 Heart Seekers is basically enough to do it. The 4th one is just in case Weaken misses. And I think, you could probably get away with it if you miss decreased defense, if you have them in Savage and stuff. I don't. I think 4 Cold Hearts is probably the easiest way. That's how I did it anyway, which obviously is dependent on having 4 level 60 Cold Hearts. That's a bit of a silly team. I didn't rush out a video on that one. When we come to Dragons there, so Dragon is up next. In fact, let me show that to you. I've got a couple of concepts I've been playing around with. I'm not actually 100% sure what the best is going to be. This is Knight's Revenant only for Dragon's Lair, and it is turn attack as well, so you want to do it, quickly. You could possibly solo with Tomb Lord, and he might do it reasonably fast, funny enough. I'll show you. So on stage 20, I was experimenting with this sort of team. This is, I think, a fairly accessible type team using epics and a rare. And it's, fairly straightforward in terms of its concept. So we've got Renegade is the fastest. We get increased attack from Doom Priest, decreased defense AoE from Thylesia, and then we've got an AoE nuke from Skullcrown. We've got then a Whisper in there who's mostly there for the boss, and Thylesia finishes off the wave. We use Sacrificial Ritual to reset skills for wave 2. And we just repeat, right? Decreased defense, Skullcrown nukes. If you had really, really good gear in your Skullcrown, she could probably one-shot the wave. But hey, look, Thylesia hits pretty decently as well. So she'll kill the wave in her second turn. So it's not a huge rush. Whisper, like I said, is mostly here just to kill the boss. He placed Weaken. That's good. That's going to make things a little bit faster. We like to see that. I think we get increased attack on right now. Yes, we do. There's a decreased defense. And yeah, now we just hope for good luck with Whisper. There's 1 extra turn. 200,000 damage there. Not bad. She just hits harder than everyone else. So her taking extra turns is really, really good. Nice counterattack. Counterattacks actually be very useful in this run. And I mean, there's not much to say, really. Whisper absolutely decimates the boss. And she's a great champion to build. I know Saf and HH Gaming is a massive fan of her now. He is joined the Church of Whisper, right? But yeah, she's a great champ. Bam, kills the boss. Cool. So 1 minute 20, about 46 turns. The thing about turn attack tournaments is that you have to work really, really hard to get your turns lower, and they don't give you a crazy amount of points. So Yeah, I feel like around this is fine, right? So long as you can get it in good time, it's good. I do like stage 20 specifically, um, because it's good energy for points, right? It's going to be quick, it's going to be efficient, it's very fast to run, it's easy to build as well. If you've got worse gear, you can still make this team work. I'll just show you how these champs are run in case you're curious. But yeah, I think it's nice and accessible. So like I've got Renegade is just the fastest, and that's about it. Doom Priest then is also faster than everyone else, but doesn't really need anything. Whisper, you want about 70% crit rate. We're slightly low. Good attack and crit damage, so she's built fairly well. Lilesia just needs decent accuracy, like 220 is all you need. 100% crit rate, we're a bit overkill. Like, she's doing fine damage. Skull Crown, 6,000 attack, 2-4. So she's in pretty good gear. She's quite slow. But, like, we're not in crazy, crazy gear, but I think it still works. I'm not sure. I might try, like, hard or stage 25, because I do have some, whatchamacallums. I've got these guys. So if we come in with legendary, I was experimenting with this. I'm not quite convinced by this team. You'll see. So I was experimenting with this as well. Some sort of Calvalax team, basically. Lay up a bunch of poisons, put out decreased defense with Tomb Lords so they hit hard. One of my Calvalax is booked, the other isn't, so their damage is a little bit variable because of that. But like, they hit pretty hard, but they're not really built well enough to one-shot these waves. I think it'd be pretty tough to one-shot the wave, honestly. Because it's not poison explosion, it's max HP that scales off of poison. So we'll kill this fairly fast, but yeah, I'm not sure if this is the most efficient way to do it. You can see that like these enemies live for a fairly long time. Hopefully we kill this one now. We come on to wave 2 and we can do some resetty stuff. Let's see. I believe. All right, there we go. So it's a bit slow, but I'm just curious how the turn count works out. So this is stage 25. You get slightly better gear. I'm not convinced it's going to be good enough to make a massive difference, to be honest. What might work is if the Renegades are quite squishy and instantly died on the boss or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Because it's a turn attack, it's a little bit tricky. I am leaning towards, especially because like by this time we basically killed stage 20, so I'm not convinced that we need to do anything differently. But we'll see. We'll run this one out. But let me know, what team are you going to run for the Night Revenant thing, if you're going to do it? I think I will. I think it's going to be 3x speed as well. So my goal is basically try to get turn attack done as quickly as possible. Just get it done, get it out of the way. And once it's done, we just go, okay, cool. We're back to stage 10 hard, farming up some speed gear. In fact, I don't even know if I'll bother farming up some speed gear. It's a lot of farming to get anywhere near enough luck. So we come in, we've got our final reset there, and we're just going to slam the boss. Oh, we actually just lined up with 2 sacrificial rituals back to back. So that's a little bit of a waste, but not a huge deal. The boss is capped for max HP damage. Problem with stage 20 with this team is Calvalax. It's the wrong affinity for stage 20, so it's a bit awkward. But we do pretty good damage. The boss is dying from poisons. I think this is probably less points, right? So I don't know about this. I don't know. And I feel like Hard Spider, not Hard Dragon is probably similarly difficult. I don't know. Like we could take a Force Affinity stage. I might get through it a little bit faster. Like maybe some of the waves are actually weaker. I'd have to double check, but I don't know if it's worth it. Like we're going to finish this 80 something turns. I think I'd rather just do stage 20 really fast. Just do stage 20 really fast with the budget team. And then, yeah, just be free to farm in whichever way I want to farm. We'll see. There we go. So he's dead. Yeah, 87 turns. Takes about 3 minutes. I don't know. I'm not convinced by this. It's a bit tricky, this faction. I think to do it faster, you would need Theodore. Basically, I think with Theodore, you could do this real fast, right? Because he's got Poison Explosion. So this one, so you could have him, like whatever, 2 Calvalax, 2 Theodores, and I guess like a Renegade, something like that. And you could absolutely mince through this. But without Theodore, I don't know. It's tough to do it super fast. So I'd just be doing stage 20. My thoughts on that. Guys, look, there we go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow for some Void Shard pulls. Hell yeah. I'll see you all then. Goodbye.